All right. So tell me your full name and where you're from.
My name is Marcus Warren Watson. I'm from Dallas, or originally from Waco.
Waco, Texas. All right. And tell me, what was life like before you began working with us? Tell me about that.
Well, I've spent most of my life overweight and then later completely obese. So life wasn't too good as far as physically. I had high blood pressure. I couldn't do much. I get winded crossing a parking lot. I didn't really have very much quality of life for sure.
Gotcha. And what was that doing? I mean, when you say not a lot of quality of life, what was life like?
I felt like I was missing out on a lot because there was just so much I couldn't do. One example would be I went on a trip to Oregon with a friend, and we went out outside of Portland and wanted to look at waterfalls and so forth. And she wanted to hike down to the bottom of this mountain to look at this waterfall, and I said, I'll wait for you here. I can't go. So I just was missing things.
Absolutely. And how did that make you feel?
Miserable.
Yeah.
Absolutely miserable.
I gotcha. And, before you worked with us, what all did you do to try to lose weight, get in shape?
I've done it all. I've done every diet from Weight Watchers to South Beach to I don't know what else. I had worked with other trainers before, but you got to get it all has to come together. You have to have your diet together. You have to have the routine together, and you have to be motivated to do it. And it really had to come from within, I think, more than anything.
Absolutely, and that was the big thing. I mean, you had to make a commitment to the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you did make a decision to go through a certain procedure. Tell me a little bit about that.
I did have gastric bypass surgery just a little over 2 years ago now. That was in August of 2007. And I just decided that for me, health-wise, it was literally do or die at that point. I had to take some drastic steps and get the weight off immediately. At that point, I was 362 pounds. So I went through the Baylor program, and I explored all the different procedures and so forth that there were out there, and I decided that was the best one. Absolutely have never regretted the decision since.
Yes, and what was the big thing that they, told you after the procedure? What did you need to do to make it a success?
Well, they actually started telling us way before the procedure to prepare you that it is a lifestyle change. It is not the magic pill. It is not. I think people do think that that's what weight loss surgery is, and I think there's even people who do it who think that's what it is and never actually make a change in their lifestyle. I had it drilled into me that it was going to be no different. It's no. You don't have. You still have to do all the things that anybody else has to do. You just have. You do get a medical leg up, I guess is the way.
A little jump start.
Or the way I've heard it put is you get one, like you start out having to mow your lawn with just a pair of scissors, and you work at it and the grass keeps growing faster than you can cut it, and you get the weight loss surgery. You get 1 day on a riding lawnmower. Then after that, you still have to mow your lawn, but at least you get a push mower at that point.
That is a great point. Yeah, and that's what I've seen. A lot of people go through that procedure. They've struggled beyond because they don't realize. I mean, it is a lifestyle change, and it's not a quick fix. You got to be doing it all, and that's a great way to kind of put that all together. Now, were you skeptical at all if we could help you? Obviously, you went through the procedure. You wanted to get help to get that lifestyle in place. Were you skeptical at all whether we could help you or not?
I don't think I would ever felt skeptical of y'all. I felt maybe I sometimes question myself and my own motivation and whether I could do everything I needed to do. But I think that's one of the big reasons why I called y'all in the first place was to help me through that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is life like now? You had stated to me that fitness really wasn't something you enjoyed doing. What is it like now? I mean, what is life describe your life.
I've never liked physical fitness or exercise or anything. When I thought of that, I mean, I thought of like junior high coaches, like, you know, screaming at me if I couldn't like run a mile in, you know, 10 minutes or whatever it was. I can't remember, but you know, it was miserable to me. I never enjoyed it. But I think a lot of things changed for me. First of all, I started seeing results from it, and that was my biggest motivation, was seeing the results. I also have learned to enjoy exercise, and specifically weight training. For me, it's gone from something that not only did I dread, I just never, you know, it was not something I was even going to try, and now it's something I actually really enjoy.
Yeah.
And then enjoy it more and more the more I see, more results I see.
Absolutely. And since we're talking about results, you lost some weight before we started working with you, but after we started that, I mean, what type of results did you achieve?
Well, the biggest thing is, I did see some weight loss. I think for me, with the gastric bypass, I was going to lose the weight one way or the other.
Yeah.
The question was I going to keep it off? And number two, as part of that weight loss with gastric bypass, if you're not working out, you also lose a lot of muscle in the process as well. So my main goal was to make sure I didn't. And so the opposite happened. Not only did I not lose the muscle, I gained muscle I never had.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think you gained between 10 to 20 pounds of muscle during that process, and lost about 60 pounds of fat, which is great. So tell me a little bit more about, what are you doing now that you weren't doing before?
I'm just so much more physically active. I like bicycling. I do a lot of that. I never in a million years thought I would be able to do that. I think back to what my goal, or what my dream was when I was so overweight. And, I dreamed of, maybe someday I might be able to, walk the Katy Trail, and it's like now I'm like biking it 2 or 3 times, just doing things that I never dreamed of doing. And actually, it just keeps going. It's not even like what I dreamed about 2 years ago. It's like a year ago thinking, like one day I tried to do a chin-up, and I could barely get one out. And I thought, okay, that's going to be my test. I'm going to be able to do a chin-up.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't try for the longest time. It didn't occur to me to try again. And not too long ago, Aaron got me to try a chin-up. And by golly, I did 25 of them. And I was like, how did that happen?
That is awesome.
So,
that is awesome. So the goals that you set, you're kind of just blowing through those goals and then set new ones.
Exactly.
And you feel confident you can continue to do that. That's great. That's great. Now, what would you say, to someone that may be on the fence about making the change, making a step towards changing their health and fitness and seeking the help of a fitness professional?
I would say just try it. For me, I had my doubts, but just trying it for a little while. Instead of, I guess I've learned that I can't set goals that are too far out or too lofty. It's not like I can say, okay, in a week I'm going to lose 20 pounds and I'm going to, it's like I've got to set goals that I can actually achieve. And so I think getting started and just trying it and taking it 1 week at a time, or however it works for somebody, because then you start seeing the results and it starts getting easier and easier.
Absolutely, and that's the key, is just seeing the results and having somebody there with you until it becomes a habit.
Absolutely.
And you feel like it's a lifestyle now and you're never going back.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that is great. That is great. Well, Marcus, we appreciate having the opportunity to work with you. I mean, it's great to see somebody make the transformation that you've made and see that you're in it and you're not going back. Mm-hmm. And we hope to be a part of your life from here on out. And if you ever need us, we'll be here for you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.